Evildoer, prepare to be hole banged.
Sit, feel the wrath of my howling hole! Yeah.
OJ, do you have an intro for the beautiful people? Yes or no?
Everyone.
Do you have one? Is this
You know, I
it?
always have one, even if I don't have one.
Okay, do the intro now. This is the time to do the intro.
If there was ever a time, if there was ever a place, you have found it. Here. Welcome to the show. I'm OJ, and here's the man who put everything together, who assembled the greatest episode known to mankind that we've made, John Rambo.
OJ, how are you, sir?
I'm doing alright. As you can probably see, I'm not in my usual spot.
Yeah, what's going on? Are you in prison again?
No, I had to
Are you
move
incarcerated?
No, I had to move my desk to get my air conditioner replaced, so...
Well, it's kind of a... It seems like you picked perhaps the worst possible camera angle you could. Was that done on purpose, or is that just your style? What happened here? Can you move the camera a little bit?
Yeah, of course. Why? You don't want to just see my little face in this corner here?
I think you look great, honestly. So my heart is pounding. You know, I'm usually a pretty cool customer, cool guy. You know, like to relax, take it easy.
Chilling out, relaxing, all cool.
About a half hour before the show starts, I usually like to connect to the server and all that, and you know, make sure everything's working, plug everything in, right? And I did it today, and I couldn't connect. It was telling me my credentials are wrong, OJ. Don't have the proper credentials.
What?
There's some sort of bizarre glitch. I tried to figure it out myself. I of course could not figure it out. I called Howard. What the hell was that?
What?
I had to call Howard. Howard had to take control of my computer with the team viewer thing.
Oh no.
The Ghost in the Shell thing. So he came into the computer. He basically did a bunch of magic, and with about a minute to go before the show started, he got it to work.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was pretty out of control, man.
Howard is amazing.
I'm a little flustered, I have to admit.
You got it under control.
Well, we got it here. We can't be stopped. I thought maybe this would be the time. I thought maybe they got us, you know.
No.
The Ramboholics, YouTube, everyone else is after us. I don't even know. Governments of several countries across the world. We got a nice show for you today. You know, we're gonna talk about some stuff.
No.
I saw Star Trek.
Yay.
And I don't know why I never made this connection before, but OJ, don't take this the wrong way. I have a question for you, OJ. About yourself. And Star Trek.
Back for this one.
And Star Trek. The character Spock. Did you like model your life after this character?
No.
That's my question. There's so many similarities though that hit me.
How am I that similar to Spock?
Well, first of all, you have pointy body parts. Okay, that's the first thing.
What does that even mean?
You know what it means. But Spock is very logical. He's but the character Spock is very similar to you. He was always trying to do the logical thing, even though a lot of times it's not really the thing that makes the most sense to do. It's kind of similar to your system that you have. Are you a Vulcan?
No, but you think I'm logical?
You have your own twisted view version of it that you stick to.
Oh, that I can see that.
You're very Vulcan-like in many ways. No, you're not. You didn't model your life after Spock. I thought maybe.
No, except if you see my senior photo in the high school yearbook, I kind of stole his haircut back.
I feel like we have kind of like a Kirk and Spock thing going.
You break all the rules and everyone tells you no?
I'm the young, handsome captain. You, an alien being that has joined me. I feel like it's kind of a thing we got here. Is it on the show? Similar to Star Trek, the show. That's what I'm trying to say.
Huh.
Same level of production value and everything. It's.
I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
You said I'm an alien. Isn't that what aliens do? Weird
What are you
things
dancing? You're having too much fun with this new like.
I'm in a different location. This is crazy. I'm not used.
He's like, how do I? He's like, how do I sit? How do I move here? How do I speak? How do I do anything? He's like, you can't function.
No, it's all so new. Like I can hunch over like this. My back's gonna hurt. But I can do this.
All right, we got to get this moving because you got to get out of here soon, right?
Yeah,
I started late today.
Stuff going.
All right, so last week we had the StayBallsy game, the Rob Zombie maybe a little contest going.
That game is catchy.
What was your high score of the game?
Not very high.
So we had a contest where whoever had the highest score would win a prize, and if there was a tie, then we said that there's a time thing. Whoever has the lowest time would win. Is that correct? Is that the rules?
That sounded right to me.
Okay, so we have several. Before we get into the who won and all that, there's several honorable mentions. Well, first of all, thanks everybody for playing. A lot of people played.
Yeah.
I got probably like 50 different submissions of people doing screen caps on Twitter, on StayBallsy@gmail.com, all that stuff. So it was cool. People were into it. Real excited by it. And by the way, you could find the game at StayBallsy.com/game if you haven't played it yet. It's excellent. The bonus game is really good. Anyway, here are the honorable mentions. These people did not win, but they deserve to be mentioned in some fashion. This is a score from the Ramborsian Doorman. He got a negative 2130, and apparently it took him 46 minutes to achieve that. So the Ramborsian Doorman, he does not win a prize, but he does get mentioned. And this next one here, we got many people like sent in pictures. You know, most people did screen caps, right? Like similar to what you're seeing right now of their score. But one gentleman, he decided to do it a little differently. Here he is. This is this is Billy Smith. He decided to put himself into the photo, and I think was a great idea. I wish everyone did that, actually. You know, it would have been something. But he gets to be in the slideshow today. We get to show his picture because he not only... He verified it was his score. See what he was doing there, OJ?
Yeah, he didn't find the screenshot on the internet and steal it.
Exactly, so we know it was him. So he's, you know, there we go. Now, as for who won, here's the thing. The maximum score you could get in the game is 1,200 points, which means that you got none. It's like solitaire, right? That's how the game works?
Yeah, maybe.
It's similar, it's a memory game. It's like you flip cards over, you try to match the cards. If you get one wrong, you lose 5 points. But people got perfect scores, OJ. Several people got perfect scores.
They really are the Kwisatz Haderach.
So this perfect scores start coming in, and I'm going, how is this even possible? I tried to do it myself. You're telling me they got everyone perfectly correct? So, quite frankly, people cheated, is what happened. Or they found a way to cheat, found a way to a glitch in the system. But we got to be, men of our words. It sounds like you're in a wind tunnel, by the way, so it's terrible.
I asked you if you want me to turn off the air conditioner.
You're going to have to turn it off, because it's just ridiculous at this point.
That's why I asked you.
Just turn it off for like a half hour and turn it back on later.
I'm going, man. I'm going.
All right. So we got to do what we said we were going to do, and the person with the highest score and the lowest time gets a prize. And here we go. Okay, so we got several people got the perfect score. Several people cheated. We have, OJ, keep track of this, all right? We have Jordan Baldwin. He got 1,200 points, 56 seconds. David Roberts, 1,200 points, 49 seconds. We had Jan, achieved it in 48 seconds. Joseph Williams, 45 seconds. Listen to this one, okay? These are the last two. In second place, Iron Wolf, 42 seconds. And in first place, Kevin Huang. I'm not sure how to spell your name. Hoang. 1,200 points, 41 seconds. Beat Iron Wolf by 1 second. And so he gets a prize. And what I found interesting is this gentleman actually admitted that he did cheat. And he explained how he did it to me. I don't know why you would do this if you're trying to win a prize. But he says, I found a loophole in the game. If you play it normally, you lose 5 points for each mismatch. If you click on one and click on the same one again, you don't lose any points, and you get to see what's behind the square. So I got the highest possible score, which is 1,200 points.
Interesting.
So there's different ways we could go with this. Could we disqualify everyone that did this? I think that part of being a Ramborgian is you do whatever it takes to get the job done. And these gentlemen cared so much about winning the prize that they did whatever they had to do to get it done. So there you go. And perhaps maybe it's not even a glitch. Maybe it's just part of the game. I don't know. I didn't design the game. So with that being said, Kevin has won a Schnoz-man t-shirt. If he wants it, maybe he doesn't want that. So what you could do, if you're out there, sir, send me your mailing information, and you will receive your Schnoz-man t-shirt there. What do you think about these tournament events, OJ? What do you have to say about all this? Are you drunk today?
No, I'm whistling the Final
You seem
Fantasy
like you're
victory
slightly
theme.
drunk. What do you think about this whole
I
this
haven't
whole thing?
slept well in like 5 days. But anyway, no, I think that the fact that, I think part of being a Ramborgian is maybe not doing whatever it takes one, but finding new and interesting ways to show the system what and to do what you feel is right.
Right.
At the very least, he told you what was going on.
He admitted to it. He was a man of honor. He told us what he did.
Though,
The other players did not do this. Yes.
Philly's fan did point something out.
Yes.
He said OJ is still mad about his disqualification in the first Ramborgian games.
Yeah.
I didn't even cheat at all.
We're not talking about that
I
today.
got disqualified.
We're not talking about that today. No, you didn't cheat, but you have terrible handwriting, which caused us to not understand who won or lost. That's a story for another day. So Kevin has won. There will be more contests in the future. Thank you to everyone that participated. And that's that, I guess the moral of the story is if you're going to cheat, be a man of honor and admit it. And I think there's something to be respected in that. No? Maybe?
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I didn't know what to do once people started doing this, so I just said, well, we'll just keep it going. We'll just stick with what we said.
There's no way to prove.
There's no way to really know. So there you go.
So congratulations to Kevin.
Exactly. We should do a game show soon. You were supposed to develop a game that no one could... Every time we do something, people decide to, bend the rules. Because we did the game show, people were just typing any letter before the question was answered.
That was pretty funny.
They just take advantage of us left and right, it seems like. I just feel abused most of the time. And when the show's over, I just feel sore and abused.
You know what we need to get?
Yeah, what do we
get
do?
a chat bot
Yeah? Why?
that can go into the chat and read people's answers and let everybody in the stream.
Well, you're supposed to set this up. You're in charge of this.
Oh.
It's not supposed to be just free and easy for you. You're supposed to, come on. OJ.
Well, I can do stuff after June's over.
All right, so anyway, Marvel Heroes. We'll talk about Marvel Heroes quickly, and then we're going to get into Schnoz-man HolePunch big time today.
Did you think?
I'm going to talk about Marvel Heroes a little bit. I played about 6 hours. It's all been streamed. It's all archived on twitch.tv/StayBallsy if you want to watch any of the footage. Why are you doing that?
Oh,
You're completely drunk today.
I'm not drunk. I just...
Could you walk in a straight line? I don't think... Do it right
Sorry,
now.
John. I'm not trying to bug
What
you.
is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Did something happen today?
No.
Did I upset you in some fashion?
No, not at all.
Did you decide to, just take over and Was that you? The reason I couldn't get the stream to work? Is that somehow you're doing? I feel like the lines are connecting now.
No, I didn't do anything. Okay,
Should I not talk about this? Should I know something different?
No.
Should I talk about how wonderful you are? Maybe
No, dude.
Okay, well, okay.
Let's continue with Marvel. I'm sorry, I didn't even think that it was gonna mess up the sound.
So we played. I feel like I don't know what's going on right now. We played Marvel Heroes. I played with Mark and Moonsbro, and Smart Guy Slinky played. All kinds of people. Vossel, Hazard. We had a great time, dude. We had about 100 people in the stream one day, and then within about 15 minutes, I'd gotten rid of about half those people, which I feel is a great accomplishment. So the game itself's fun, man. You didn't get to play it all yet?
I got it installed like last night or the night before. I don't remember which. It took forever.
You're never gonna play. Just admit it. You'll play.
I'm going to play.
Eventually, you'll play.
Yes. Perhaps I'll even get to play next Wednesday.
Oh, really? So the game's very fun. It's reminiscent of the X-Men Legends, Marvel, whatever, Ultimate Alliance stuff. But now it's, online and everything. Yeah. I'm playing Daredevil. He seems like he's pretty weak compared to everyone else. Because they're all like blowing up. They're like blowing up the world, and I just throw like batons. Here's a baton.
You're like an angry escapee from the marching band.
He's got like marching band tools. That's what he basically has. And then somebody on the stream, I was playing, and it's like, who the hell's that character? I'm like, no, it's Daredevil. I was trying to explain why he's cool, and like, there's all these cool comics Frank Miller wrote, and blah blah blah. And then the guy's like, well, he looks like a red gimp. He looks like a red gimp. That's what people were saying.
That's rather unkind.
So I was like, yeah, it's not cool, man. So anyway, what I'm getting to is actually tonight, when we're done with the show, it should be about 9:30 Eastern Time. I'm going to do Marvel Heroes as long as I can connect to the stream still. We're going to do some Marvel Heroes tonight. So you can do 5 people can play at the same time. So I'll be adding some people. We'll talk on Skype. We'll play the whole 9 yards.
Nice.
All that. OJ will not be joining us this week. Maybe next week, he said.
Yeah.
That's the thing people always ask. Is OJ going to play? They always want to play with you.
I don't know why, because most of the time I think I just annoy people. But hey, I would love to play.
Stomp your feet.
That was my foot. That was my hand.
Stomps his hands.
Just to point out, so right now, all my equipment is on top of a piece of plywood on top of an ottoman.
So you decided to smash the wood until everything just flies up in the air?
No, I was just tapping it with my hands because there's a rhythm stuck in my head.
What's the rhythm? You got the beat? Give us the beat. Alright, start rapping now. Now you gotta rap. Do it.
My name is OJ, and I can't rap. I can't keep a beat with my fingers that tap. I can't sing a song. I can't bust a rhyme, so I'm gonna stop while we still got time.
Did you just rhyme time with time?
I rhymed time with rhyme.
Oh, that's
and that
good.
is the second worst rhyme ever.
What was the first?
It's so overdone.
Yeah.
Time and rhyme, noise and boys. I mean, this has all been done before.
All right, so I just want to just quickly mention, did you see the new YouTube at all yet? The new layout? I think today they made everyone do it.
I think that's what made me get sick, why I can't even
So you did notice it?
Yeah.
It's really
I was looking for playlists, and it's just like, we're not going to make them convenient over here anymore. We're going to take them and put them all the way down here. We're going to shrink the video, the content people are coming here for. Make that itty-bitty up here, and we're going to throw links everywhere.
Well, that's this thing, like, if someone's not subscribed to your channel, they'll see a trailer that you decide what the trailer is. I think it's kind of a cool idea. But if you are subscribed, there's this thing that says, like, what to watch next. And it just seems like it kind of randomly picks something that they think that they should watch from you. So it'd be cool if it's like, the thing I like about the old one is you could pick the featured video that everyone sees.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So you get to pick it for people that aren't subscribed. The people that are subscribed, you can't really do that anymore, which is kind of odd. I don't know. It has like a banner. I just don't care. I put the space, just space. I'm just gonna put black, just black, nothing, because people have all this cool shit, like all these writing all kinds of things. I'm just gonna have black.
What if you just put up like, you should just get a picture that's just like something in Courier New, because the same font from Notepad. That would be beautiful.
I don't know. It's a mess, but that's what it is. You should go to StayBallsy.com because it has all the same content, but it's organized in a much better way.
Yeah, seriously.
I was supposed to actually show that today, but I forgot.
Oh.
See, I had it all set up. Look, this is my background on my computer. So if I opened a window, I could put it up there, but oh well.
I love that background.
That's great stuff, man. That's where it's at. So, anyway, we'll be talking more about that in the future. But let's get into Schnoz-man HolePunch, episode number 6. I want to thank some people first of all.
There are a lot of people for us to thank.
I want to thank Jesus Christ and Moses. And I want to thank the cast want to thank our cast first. Really, we had all kinds of problems getting people, and you could write anything and you could have all the equipment and everything, but you don't have the people that are willing to be in it. And everyone worked really hard to learn the weird dialogue, and sometimes just wacky stuff that went on. OJ knows, but everyone really tried their best and worked really hard and didn't really get much in return, honestly. A couple of dinner or two maybe here and there.
Some food, transportation, food.
Yeah, so without all you guys, it wouldn't have happened at all. So, that's that. And I actually called OJ the day it came out on Sunday. I called OJ and I left this voicemail that was like, I was basically like gushing, and it was like very heartfelt voicemail. And I was like, this is the day we've been working for. We did it. Or it was all kinds of. I don't remember half of it. It was like our entire friendship was building towards this moment. This is why we met each other. It was very deep. And then this was in the morning, and then the whole day goes by, and I don't hear anything from him. No message, nothing. And I go to sleep. Then I'm like, what the hell is this? What is wrong with this guy? And then the next day I was all pissy about it. I asked you, and you're like I didn't get any call.
Well, I'm at work, by the way.
Yeah, he's at work, and I just start harassing him on instant message. I'm like, what is wrong with you? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, did you say nothing to me? And I was like, he didn't get the call or anything, I guess.
I didn't get the call. I didn't get the voicemail. Needless to say, my phone has been replaced. Unfortunately, it's the same model. But I don't know what happened, because if you sent me a text message, I think I would have gotten it. But the weird thing is, how could you leave a voicemail and then the voicemail system just drop it?
I don't know, because I called, it rang many times, goes to hear the voicemail. It says, you have reached the voicemail of John Harrington. And then I usually leave the voicemail, and then I don't know.
Wait. Was it only my voice saying John Harrington, or did I say the rest of the message?
Oh, you see just your voice.
That's effed up. It's supposed to be me saying, it's just my voice, right? The whole message?
It doesn't do that.
No, it's supposed to be, this is the voicemail box of John Harrington. Please leave a message. I'm supposed to be the only person speaking. There's not supposed to be that effing robot.
I don't know. The robots took over. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Frill!
Whatever.
I'm kind of ticked off because I want to know what your message was.
It will never be replicated. It was a spur of the moment thing.
This is not the greatest message in the world. This is only a tribute.
Perhaps. So whatever, man. These things happen, I was a little upset, but I got over it.
Well, I wanted to talk with you, on Monday anyway. Sunday was, yeah.
All right, whatever. Don't worry about it. I want to thank the people. It was a lot of long nights. It was a lot of driving around. It was a lot of stressful moments. A lot of hard work, and anytime you work hard at something, you want it to matter, and you want it to mean something, and the people like it, and that made it all matter and mean something, Yeah. So it's kind of interesting because my whole life, I've liked things that I liked, but they were never really the most popular thing.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I liked different things, and people were into stuff that sucked. Quite frankly, the biggest things at the time, NSYNC. There was people that liked NSYNC, and there's people that liked Limp Bizkit. That was the big thing at the time. I thought that stuff sucked. I remember distinctly I was in a car with a girl, and I probably had a decent shot with this chick, and she puts on the Limp Bizkit, and she's like, "Oh, do you like this?" And I go, "No, I think it sucks." And I ruined my chance.
Aww.
With this Limp Bizkit fan. And there's never the stuff. A lot of times the things that are really popular are things that aren't very good. You can look at the music charts for the last ever, and notice that. But I always like things that I liked, and a lot of times it turned out these things were well known by a lot of people. But the people that did know about them, the people that did like them, were hardcore about it, very passionate about it, and really into it.
Yeah.
And I think that it's kind of weird. It's kind of maybe fitting that as I get older, I try to make things. It's that's the category of my stuff's falling into. You know, we're not loved by the millions of people. The mainstream audience has rejected us. We're not attractive enough. I don't know what it is. Not enough jump cuts. I don't know. But
Or jump cuts.
but what we have is the smaller but hardcore and passionate audience. And a lot of times that means so much more. Because you take a band. Let's talk about like the Ramones. And the Ramones never sold a sniff compared to like the Backstreet Boys.
Aye.
Not even nothing compared to like sales wise. But the Ramones will live forever as a legendary band. It's something that matters, something that meant something, influential, and all these things with people that will love them their entire life. While these other things are forgotten immediately. They sell millions and then they're gone. You know.
Gone.
So there's something to be said about that. It's not always about the millions.
No.
So
Whoa.
with that being said, I'm very happy where we're at. If you make anything, if you create anything and someone says I like this, what more can you ask for? If you ask for more than that, you're just being a dick. What do you have to say?
Okay, so I get to thank people now. Awesome. Yeah, I want to thank everybody who came by to help out. I mean, a lot of my friends spent a lot of time really uncomfortable filming stuff in strange outfits in places where they were liable to get arrested. And, yeah, for not much personal return to them, they did it as a favor. And I got to say thank you to... we were saved by just so much of the good stuff these folks did, especially for those nice folks. And Joe was effing hilarious.
Yeah, we're going to go through the episode now. We'll point people out and stuff.
But I also got to say thanks everybody who held out waiting for us to actually get to this point. I don't know how many of you thought Op will surely deliver, ha ha ha. They're never going to actually do it. But those of you who stuck around, watched the first 5. Heck, those of you who watched the first 5 again, then watched the 6th episode, even if you didn't watch the first 5 again, but you watched the 6th one anyway, thank you. It means a lot that you guys, really wanted to see this as much as we did. There
you go. So what I want to do, I want to open up the video. I guess I'm going to mute it. You're going to be on a little bit of a delay. It's going to be kind of weird, but we'll figure it out. And we're going to go through it like director, DVD, commentary track style. Mm-hmm. Which is the first time we've ever been able to do something like this, because the other episodes came out, we weren't even doing the video feed of the show. That's how long ago it was. So
we didn't even understand technology.
Well, we still don't apparently after today's fiasco before we got on. But all right, I'm gonna start it up. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So this is the usual opening. As you can see, the first thing we changed was it says StayBallsy now. It used to say JohnRamboPresents. And that's the logo Mark 2-Bit made. And that's a really cool opening, man. I think that was just us driving around. And
that's some of my elite driving skills.
This is Abraham Lincoln. This was the first thing that we filmed for this.
Yeah.
Because I wrote it and it was like heroes and all that.
And the best part?
I want to pause this at times. Yeah.
That this statue is actually in Stamford.
Yeah, our idea was that we're talking about heroes, and he says heroes, blah blah blah. So we're going to show like many different statues. But we found that one. This was like way long. It was like October, maybe.
Yeah, like you can. Yeah.
And so they worked so well. I was like, you know what? That's going to be the shot opening up. And this here with the sun or whatever is going on in the clouds. This is down by the lake that I usually am found at.
The mysterious lake. The lake of the unknown.
Well, they've seen me at the lake. This is the flashback stuff from last episode. Put in black and white.
Oh my gosh, I remember filming there.
A blue-nosed mother.
Excuse me. It's so weird with the delay, John.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it. I'll carry you through. So we got HolePunch here, and I think the idea is like, he's for the first time like in the series, like he's really happy, and it seems like things are working out.
Hooray!
But then coming in the horizon is this terrible doom is coming,
Yeah.
So it was kind of like we did all this stuff. I was like just acted like so freaking happy, just acted giddy, insanely happy. You know, this was my instruction, and then because we know it's coming, like there's some bad stuff coming to him, you know. So this was just like random stuff, man. Just going out.
Yeah, finding places to film where we would hopefully not get arrested.
Right.
I was really happy with a couple of the shots we got at that point. Especially, I don't know if we show the footsteps one yet, but I just had fun with that.
Oh, we did. How about the CVS?
Which one?
Oh, it's coming up.
I kid, because they're everywhere. But the people's reaction to me when I was outside was just the best.
Here's when Schnoz-man gets the cassette tape. And it's just kind of odd. Like that's kind of odd that like HolePunch would make cassettes. Like why? Like who does this?
He's too stupid to be able to do a CD.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
I just thought maybe it's something from like his childhood, so he just continuously makes them.
I think part of HolePunch is stuck in the 90s.
Well, he's stuck maybe like back before his parents died. It was such a traumatic event.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: when OJ takes the picture, and you actually did take a picture, like you were very set on that. I was like,
yeah,
you don't
I have
have
to find that photo.
I was like, you don't have to do it. He's like, no, I must actually take the photo.
Yeah, it actually came out pretty well. I don't know where it went though. I think I did load it onto my machine somewhere.
So here's you out on the street. This is one of my favorite things right here, because like you got HolePunch, and there's like just a terrible like part of the area. I guess here, just graffiti everywhere. So there was some gang activity. Perhaps we may have found some that day, you know. But it's just a great image though. Look at this. You just And this thing, you were very upset. You were like, I don't want to go up on that ledge because this is private property. You're always like looking, is there cameras around?
There are cameras. That's a camera right there.
I was like, just do it quick, man. You know. And we got the random people that are saying hello.
That was so much fun. That part.
Well, this was fun too. How about in the shower?
The weird part is,
how did we do this? Did we put the tripod? Did we put a tripod in the shower and shoot out?
Yeah.
We did. All right.
Yeah. Now the weird part is, HolePunch sometimes wears his glasses. Sometimes he doesn't. Usually wears them when he's looking at bills or the computer and stuff. I don't remember why HolePunch was wearing his glasses at this point. I honestly forgot I was wearing it when we filmed the scene.
That's always an issue with you, like because OJ can't wear his glasses when we film as HolePunch, because HolePunch doesn't wear glasses.
Except for when he's doing bills and on the computer and stuff.
But anyway, so when we go outside, John can't see anything.
Yeah.
And he's usually crossing the street or whatever, and he's like, I can't see anything. He always tells me this.
Jumping off of stuff.
I'd have to tell him where to like walk, where he could walk, and so he's completely blind when he's in the costume.
Yeah, and then the lack of peripheral vision doesn't help much.
All right, tell us about this when you get the tea thrown on you.
Now, if you look really closely, you can tell that my shirt's already wet.
Yeah, we did this a couple times.
Yeah, so I kind of wish that I had found a way to make my face red for that part.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I sold the "oh gosh, it burns" and all right to me. The weird part's this blanket thing, though. The blanket thing.
Yeah, it was up. We worked hard. We were trying to come up with ideas of things. It was basically, what was the idea? HolePunch is trying to be nice to Schnoz-man. Is what
and
we're trying to.
Ticking him off.
And it's driving him crazy. So we're like, all right, he's sleeping. He tries to put a blanket on him, and then he doesn't want him to put the blanket on him. Here's the part with the feet. What do you want to say about this?
No sense. The feet. The feet? What part with
when you're skipping on the
oh yeah, this is just fun. This is like some child's learning center or something. And we saw that there's feet on the sidewalk. I thought it'd be really cool to show a happy HolePunch just following in those footsteps.
What about here we're in CVS?
That was freaking me out.
We went in there for some reason.
Yeah, we ended up not even buying anything. We were gonna buy some. There was something I wanted to buy, but at this point I was like, okay. I thought John wanted me to buy the magazine, so I picked it up. He's like, no, we're gonna do this here. Do what?
Oh yeah, I was like, pick up the magazine. He's like, oh, you want me to buy it? And I was like, what are you talking about? And here's a nice shot. Here's this lady just walking down the street, and that's how things are done, man. You don't
just looking at him like
the best stuff is like you don't plan it out. You just go out and things will find you. And Stanford's just really a treasure trove of things, man. Every time we go out, we just find stuff. It's awesome. And this lady's just like, what is going on here?
I don't understand this at all.
So now here's the beginning of the foreshadowing. HolePunch is at the dumpster, and in the background you see the epic mail. And there is a phone number. Please don't call the phone number.
I think someone did.
A few people told me they did call it, and a dude in California answers. Please don't do that.
Yeah. Oh, just want to point out.
Yeah.
So when I originally came up with the concept, with like hole punch, I wanted to give him a crazy cape full of holes.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was thinking that would look really cool, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. And finally, the dream became a reality, courtesy of help from Athena Cosplay. She did a great job. I actually cut out all the holes in the thing myself, but one. And then she made the mask. We went through like 3 or 4 different iterations on the mask. It came out really angry and cool looking at first, and then it came out really doofy, and then we just kind of averaged them together, and we got that.
Yeah, it was a lot of the props were made by those guys. We'll point them out when we see them. You saw a transition there, like the previous episodes. We had the title cards.
Yep.
And the reason I did that is I didn't know how to do transitions. Like, you don't think that's really like a big deal. It's actually like pretty tough to do. You don't want like the scenes to be jarring or not, make sense together. And I remember Kevin Smith talked about when he made Clerks, he didn't know how to do transitions, so he did title cards. So like that's what we'll do. Mm-hmm. But I learned how to do it by watching Game of Thrones, because there's so many freaking characters and scenes in that show that they do all these different transitions. So that's where I picked up on doing it. And there's like little things like you play the sound of the one scene over the next one, and there's like little tricks and things like that. So pretty much where we got it. And this part here with the pizza, this was during like Hurricane Sandy. I was staying at your house after the hurricane, and this is when we filmed this. This is how long ago this was done.
Yeah, you can kind of tell by looking at the mess on my floor because it metamorphoses frequently.
Yeah. And that was a pizza that I ordered when John was at work. I was living at your house for like a week or two, whatever it was, and I was eating pizza, and I was like, that's gonna be part of it. And then I was like, when we did the part with the box in front of him, I was like, can you see me? I was like very set, making sure that he could not be seen behind the box.
Yeah, well, Layla commented, there's no pepperoni on the pizza, disappoint. That's because we ate all the pepperoni pizza. Because it was so good.
I don't think there was one.
Might have been. Usually there is. Did you not order pepperoni?
And we see we got a HolePunch now does not wear his mask anymore because Schnoz-man, he already told him who he was and everything.
He doesn't need it anymore.
Schnoz-man will not take his mask off, though.
Note the table in the background.
And we have all kinds of different attire now. You have a leisurely HolePunch suit.
Yep, that's what he's wearing right now.
Leisure suit. Schnoz-man now has a blue thing.
Mm-hmm. You can also see me trying to cover up my cuffs because sometimes the Russell Athletic logo shines through.
Oh, really? I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll mind.
Nah. Oh, also in the background is the tiki statue from the party. It's broken now.
Oh, that the hobo had.
Yeah, the hobo.
I did not even know that.
Yeah.
So this was fun stuff. When we do this stuff, it's just you and I. There's no one else there, so it becomes a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah, we can't tell what we look like on camera.
Well, I could see the close-ups only, but a lot of times
shots are
I'll have OJ be me and do my lines and shit as I set up the camera, and then I'll jump in front of it and do the parts.
Yeah,
so it's pretty tough to do with just the two of us. So now we got the news report.
Yeah.
There we go.
Also, check out my eyes. I look so exhausted.
Yeah, you were out like late the night before for some reason, and then you weren't. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so here you go. This is the news report. The background's like a template I found, and then all that stuff is Sturmgeist. The Wave of Violence, the Breaking News, Stanford 12, all that stuff.
Thank you, Sturm.
He did a tremendous amount of work. We're going to talk about more about him when we get to the Epic Mail stuff, but he did a huge amount of work on this stuff. And this lady here is actually my younger sister. And, she got all the good genes, I guess, in the family. I don't know what to tell you. A couple of people in the comments said that the newswoman is attractive. And I find this very offensive, and I will find you.
Nice.
My sister lives in California, and she was down for a little bit, so she was able to do. I did this at my house, and this was originally supposed to be OJ's girlfriend. We actually filmed this with her, but the problem is when I did the green screen effect, her eyes would disappear. I don't know exactly what happened. If she had makeup on, did she have green eyes?
Blue.
I don't know. So
Very blue.
When I tried to do the green screen with your girlfriend's footage, her eyes would disappear, and it was very weird. So, she's in it though. We'll point her out eventually.
Yeah. One of my favorite things though was when you went the kind of quiet, like, what was it? A restaurant that was found to be flooded, an aquarium that had been found to be drained.
Yes. I'm sure some people picked up on it.
Ah, I love that.
Yeah. So now we got Carl. And I'll just quickly, I want to talk about the character of Jeff. So we wanted to have like bring a super villain, because the first couple episodes were all about setting up the characters, making you care about HolePunch and Schnoz-man and maybe a little bit, and understand what the characters are about. And then you could bring in the cool like fight scenes and villains and stuff. And in creating a villain, there's two different ways you can go. You can make it like a super villain, like Goat Man or something, right? Or some kind of crazy thing. Yeah. But like, what if it's just a guy, a guy named Jeff? That's the villain. Go the opposite direction with it, and that's pretty much what we came up with. And initially it was supposed to be Chap. Chap could not do it. We were pretty much screwed, and that's why part of the reason it took so long. I think we had to wait several. We would have been done a long time ago if we had someone to do this.
Yeah.
And like a phoenix from the ashes came Carl, Uncle Yo, and the guy just came in. We had no one else, honestly, and I didn't really know what to expect. I never met him before. I talked to him, and the conversation we had was good because he brought up the Nicholson Joker, and he read it and he goes, I want to make this like the Nicholson Joker, is like kind of like on a business. I was like, dude, that's great. Like, he got it.
He got more than that.
He came in, and he just freaking destroyed it. So
he got like 3 of the Jokers in here. Yeah.
He's a combination of Jokers. And a little bit of a twist. This whole thing here wasn't supposed to be like this. It was supposed to be one shot of him just like talking to the camera. But it was he did such a good job with it, and he improvised a lot of stuff. It was very long. So I was like, you know what, if this character Jeff was to make a video for a social media thing, he would do jump cuts. Because he's that kind of a dude. You know? And people love the jump cuts. I don't really get it. People it's like you remove like when someone breathes. It was the first time I actually like did editing and did that kind of editing. You just take out when the person breathes. So it's like people love jump cuts. They don't want to see people. They hate when people breathe. It's like, if you breathe, this video sucks.
I'm too impatient to wait for you to continue to respire.
It's like, I don't want to hear you breathe, man. What do you want to say to me? So I think I did a decent job with that whole thing.
I'd say. And then for the funny part at the end of the video, though.
Yeah. He's got a message. And that's a boutonniere. We went to the flower shop to get that in his lapel. And OJ's paying for the flower. And he yells to me in front of everyone. It was on Mother's Day. It was a packed place. Packed florist shop. And he goes, hey, John, are you going to give Carl the boutonniere? Which I thought was a little stretch, just to say out loud like that. People might have gotten the wrong idea.
Doesn't matter, no. I don't think anybody got anything confusing going on from that.
They all looked at me like, oh, okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine.
No, again, I just love how he's trying to turn off the camera, but it's where he can do jump cuts, but he can't get rid of this part.
Well, it wasn't really bad, though. He was just,
It was funny.
He was just being stupid. And all is fine. What's up with that?
Well, you want to get some, what was it, Fogo de Chao?
Fogo de Chao, it's something he came up with. It's a Brazilian steakhouse, apparently.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, though, the hashtags are pretty great. Oh, my stomach is gross. It's just a really unflattering angle. Oh my gosh, I could do that angle right now.
So this is the big line OJ came up with here. Show everyone his stamen.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to add this in. He ran through downtown, showed everyone his stamen.
Yeah, because the stamen really? Is part of a flower.
He's like, I have to say this. I was like, fine, that's cool. Go for it. So it was a good line. It was good.
Thank you. Well, it only makes sense that a florist would use a pistol. By the way, that joke will be coming back to haunt all of us.
Horrible.
Thank you.
So a little more of our back and forth.
Yeah, someone's asking, though, who our makeup artist is. Layla is asking. Our makeup artist is pretty much nobody. We don't have one.
We do it ourselves.
Yeah, and when we actually remember,
Yeah.
I end up looking half dead.
We've learned so many things, so many skills.
Like you need makeup or you end up looking like this, and nobody wants to look like that.
So the video itself, I did some visual upgrade stuff. There's like some filters and like sharpening and stuff like that. It looks really good, but the YouTube version really got destroyed. Like YouTube, you upload it to YouTube, it really like took the quality down a big step.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunate. So hopefully we can like I don't know, something, maybe a DVD or have people with the ability to download it or something because it looks so much better.
I'm planning on, if you're not going to do it, I'm cutting a DVD from this.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So there you go. You hear the usual Jeff little theme song kind of thing that was also in episode 5. The same guitar riff. And the man loves his flowers.
A lot.
A little obsessed with the flowers. Boutonniere looks really good right there.
I don't remember. Was that the same one? We've gone through so many.
That was the same one. This location is in OJ's building. The basement of his building.
Yeah.
And we just go down there, and anyone could walk in at any time. It's not a private area. It's open to all the people that live in the building.
We're blocking people's storage units to do this.
And very very few times did people come down, but it's once in a while, and they were just like staring and questioning, do you live here or what's going on? And now we got Brooke. This is Brooke. Violet. There's probably about 4 or 5 people that were supposed to do this part, John.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so many different people that were going to do it. I supposedly wanted to do it, that I had to get on the phone with, that I was emailing, and eventually they would all disappear.
Yeah, it was kind of peculiar.
But we found Brooke on Craigslist, of all places, and we got like hundreds of people off Craigslist that sent us stuff, and we narrowed it down to like 5 people. I asked, we decided she was like the best one. We asked her. She said no initially, and then we had no one at all, and then she sent me an email later on. She's like, I can actually do it the day that you specified, and that was that. And then she was a great addition. Once we knew we had Carl and her, it was like, this thing's gonna be awesome. Because once the pieces are there, it was like, there we go.
Yep.
And this seems pretty fun.
It was kind of funny watching the two of them interact even before we started filming.
Yeah, because they get along really well.
Yeah. Just right off
but their relationship on film is very very odd.
Yeah, though I got a kick out of Carl spinning the chair around.
He's good with the physical stuff.
Oh, well, and then some, yeah.
So he gets the phone call, telling him where to go.
And naturally, it's an iPhone.
Really? I think that's the same phone that he has.
It is the same exact phone.
It's the same exact phone, just different shots. So we duplicated the phone. You see that weird thing he wears on his hand?
Yeah.
He did his whole most of his wardrobe. Kind of gave him some ideas, but then he put it together. Same with her. Everyone. It's funny because like I was talking to her before it started, and she's like, "All right, I'm going to do it." And she's like, "What kind of hair and wardrobe do you have?" I was like, "I don't have anything. I don't have hair and makeup." Right? She's like, "What do I do?" I'm like, "You got to do the whole thing yourself."
I
gave her like, I was I didn't want to sound like an idiot, so I'm like, well, the way I direct is I want you to make the character your own. So I think it's best that you decide what your character would wear and how they would look, because I think that would come out better. Like I try to make it like sound like it's real important, but honestly, I just didn't know what to say.
Aww.
Like how do I tell her how to put her hair? I don't know.
Well, she did a great job.
She did a good job. She got it. And she's like a comic fan. She likes the Avengers and stuff
yeah,
like that,
she had an idea of what to go for with this stuff.
There you go.
She was actually mad that I mentioned like the Cherry Blossom Festival that had been like 2 weeks ago. It's like, what? I didn't know about this.
I don't know what that has to do with the Avengers or anything, but sure. Now we got a box here.
That's actually the box my candle gel came in.
I remember. Oh, here we go. I remember we weren't sure what to put in the box. Oh, here, Full House in Blu-ray. It doesn't exist. We made that.
Yeah, I made the. I found an image from one of the DVDs. I cut it, resized it, and shoved it in there.
We created that.
And the Three's Company is actually mine. I actually got that for I think it was Christmas or my birthday from Kevin.
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
Sunblock.
And we had to go to CVS. We always make these strange trips where we buy enemas, and I remember when we bought the Magnum condoms at one time.
Yeah, that was fun.
And we
Two dudes walk into a CVS, buy Magnums.
We buy lotion, Magnums, and enemas, and then we stand in line together.
I think I bought some glass eyedroppers that day.
Did we buy this, or you had this?
Which?
The KY.
We bought that, John.
Oh, man.
Some people didn't know what it was. I was just like, oh my no.
Yeah, you probably could have picked something better for that. But here's the vomit. That was fun. Because I had to hold it in my mouth I hold it in my mouth during most of that. And I just want to laugh when it's in there, and you can't,
I still can't believe you put that in your mouth.
I remember, we didn't know how to... I was like, we need, blue liquid. And they're like, all I have is blue paint. So I was like, dude, I'll put it in my mouth. I don't care. And you were like, no, you can't do that. I was like, dude, we got to get this done. I'll just drink paint. I don't care. And then at the last thing, he's like, oh, I have this food coloring crap. And then it's like, what is it? Water food coloring and like oatmeal or something.
Water, Wilton food color gel, and oatmeal.
And I really wanted to do the vomit again. I know we've done it in the past. We never really did it where it looked good.
Yeah.
But now I was like, we got to do it again. We got to perfect it. I don't think we perfected it, but we got it better than we ever had in the past.
I wondered what happened to my lint brush. Now I know.
So the song that plays here, I don't think people picked up on it because it's kind of hard to hear, but it's actually instrumental of the HolePunch song from the episode 1. It's a different, instrumental, slower version of that. Is what I did right here.
HolePunch.
And I like this a lot because this is actually about halfway through the episode, so I felt like this is Act 1 ending, and then you hear the screen goes black and you hear the guitar ring out, like right here. Watch, because that's the end of Act 1. It's like a play.
Although I like that angle for a split second when I lean my head back and then I lean forward again, and it's not good anymore. Right.
So here we go and talk about Sturmgeist. He did all this stuff. I'd basically take picture. Video of buildings, of this building, and then he would go nuts on it.
And he'd do
all this
crazy stuff.
So this is Jeff's Dream Guard. He put this together.
I heart gnomes.
I heart gnomes. There you go, the epic mail. And this is the same effect that I used to create the clones, to create Jambo. It's basically if you don't move the camera, you could cut it and do picture-in-picture halfway through it. So the bottom half of this is a video. That's why in the window you could see stuff moving. When the top half is a picture that he did the editing on, and you stick it all together and it looks fine, And I felt like that was really important because because you could talk about the epic mail and blah blah blah, but if you actually see it, then it becomes almost real in a way, So it added a tremendous amount, I think. And the dude did so much work. I would sit with him on Skype for hours, and we would both edit, and we had some bizarre conversations as well while we were doing it. But he worked really, really hard. And there he goes, another example. I want to point out every spot. There's a couple of them.
There's a lot.
There's quite a bit, man. And going into that, I didn't think this was going to be possible. It's not something I know how to do. I don't know how to do Photoshop.
Yeah.
But having him do that stuff, awesome. And he designed those logos, like the Epic Mail logo, which I think is a take on the Jose Bank logo.
Yeah, Joseph A. Bank.
Joseph A. Bank. And here we got Joe, the former repo man.
It's a different guy, but it's still...
Well, I don't think you could tell it's the same guys. He did it, it's totally different. Totally different voice and everything. And we also made the Epic Mail hat, and your girlfriend made that.
Yeah. I really like that hat. What's funny is somebody's like, that's an Ash Ketchum hat. Yes. Yes, it is. That was very observant, whoever you are.
Well, it used to be.
Yeah, that's how they'd used to make Ash Ketchum hats.
And this is actually the best acting in the episode. It's not the smoothest acting, but the reason I say that is because, as you see, there's no coverage here. You guys are just going line by line for several minutes. And the reason it was filmed like that is because it's in an actual store. This is Plane Trade in Danbury. We thank those guys again.
Yeah, those guys were amazing.
For letting us in there. But you don't have a lot of time. We didn't have a lot of time to do things.
Nope.
And also, if we move the camera around and do like close-ups, then you're going to be seeing all the games and the Plane Trade signs and everything.
See the fact that it says "we" behind HolePunch.
And there's no way like we could really do it. So it was like you guys are just going to have to do the scene. And you did maybe 2 takes of it. And you guys did a good job. I think this is really good.
It was tough because I don't enjoy eating off of the floor.
Everything else is line by line,
Yeah.
There's cutaways, there's coverage for people, but this was just like go Broadway style,
Boom. Sorry, I love that line.
So here we go.
Oh, this. Now I don't remember, John. Did you add the crunch in?
No, that was real, and even when you bit it, that's all real stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and I could taste it too.
And as you can see, there's some games and shit behind him. Joe does a great job. S&M Plumber, some good lines in there.
Yeah, that delivery on that was so good. I like the shiny thing. And then the hat falls off, but his wig stays on. That was so lucky.
All right, so I'm going to point out the Sturm Guy stuff here. So I don't know if anyone noticed this, but you can see Epic Mail right there. I guess this is like a side exit or something. That was like the main entrance you went in. This is like the side exit. So Epic Mail's up there. You can see
but watch.
The sign.
A woman walks in.
Yeah, lady goes to the Epic Mail. So there she goes. And then right here, this is awesome. That looks really good, man. I like that a lot. Get Epic up in the sky there. And there's one more here.
OJ's in the sky.
Okay, so there you go. No trespassing. That was like some other business sign.
Yeah.
And we made that Epic Mail as well. So it's all Sturmgeist. Now this is crazy stuff because you see we're in the shopping center. We have no right to be in the shopping center. This is the shopping center we got kicked out of. So we're doing stuff in the front of it. This is the actual back of the building.
Yep.
Right? And now OG's at this door. And he's got to pretend that the door's locked. And he can't get in, but he has a key to it. But the funny thing about this door was actually open.
Yeah.
And you could hear people inside, like moving boxes and stuff. This is like a grocery store or something, right?
This part might have been it was past the bakery. It was a grocery store, the pizza place, or the vacuum store, or a restaurant.
But this door is actually open. And he's like, you hear people talking and stuff, and I was like, oh my god. And now this is a totally different location. This whole sequence of things was done over like 4 months, like different days. Like one part was done in like January, one part's in like March.
Different counties. John, can you pause it when we get to the person in the chair?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
I was planning on it. So this is This is also in the back of Plane Trade. Here's the ninja in the chair. Go ahead, John.
Well, several things about this part of the episode. First of all, if you look closely, you can tell that it's a video game store's back room. There's, consoles everywhere. But then again, the Ninja Italians were originally appliance thieves, so it makes sense. But, so if you look in the background there is an Xbox with an Italian flag on it.
Yeah.
Completely randomly.
That they just happen to have there.
They just happen to have an Xbox there that was painted in that manner. I don't even understand it.
And this whole scene's the first time I ever changed the colors of the film drastically, because it's I did everything's blue, so I thought it'd give it more of a ominous feel to it.
Yeah.
But in reality it was very bright, and it didn't look like this. So I was learning stuff. I did this the day before the final cut of it came out.
Wow.
And this whole thing was a pain, man, because it's hard to write something when you have no idea what you can do.
Yeah.
This whole scene was just blank on the script. We did everything else, and then there's some kind of scene where HolePunch finds something or goes somewhere. We didn't really know what it was going to be because we didn't know if we can go into a store or like the Plane Trade or go into the back or what we could do. So that makes it tough sometimes. And even when we're there, we didn't have very little time to work with, so we're running through stuff.
Yeah, like an hour to 3 hours, right?
Well, this was after hours, and the guys in the store were on to go home and everything. There comes Joe.
Yeah. Also, this grossed me out. I'm not quite a germaphobe, but I'm kind of close.
Yeah.
So just being in here grossed me out. And yes, I know I have a plunger.
You're like Spock. So this is one of my favorite lines. Get him and stick that plunger up his ass.
Yeah. Joe is it's just so much fun working with Joe.
And this was like a couple of months before that was filmed, right here.
And I can't remember if that's snow, ice, or soap.
He's a laundromat, so there's like soap everywhere. This was our first taste of like real special effects. And well, not real special effects, but special effects, I guess, in Schnoz-man HolePunch. Yeah. And I went through all kinds of different things with this. One point it was like more like white. And I would obsess over this stuff. And I'm like, well, I want each guy to have like distinct things. So his stuff is yellow, Schnoz-man's stuff is blue, you know?
Yeah, also, you could see me try and cover my eyes with the cloak.
And that was a pain because we kept trying to film it. And I'm like, John, you have to throw the thing here.
It's
and then they
not
have to,
easy.
And you have to go. These guys have to go here, and it would always be off a little bit, and then we finally got it. And right here, you were like, "How do I fall?"
Yeah, like you're just like fall. I'm like, what do you mean? How do I do that without breaking the pallet?
The continuity on this is awesome, though. Look at your movements; like they all kind of match with the shots. It's like I don't know how we did this. It's
now this
unbelievable.
the part with the ninjas showing up. What stinks is I looked a little too soon for the third and fourth ninja because I could see them before the camera could.
Right. But here's the thing, again, like we talked about before, this isn't like a spot that we're allowed to film in. We just show up in the back of this building, and we don't even really know like what we can do, like I said. So when you get there, it's improvising, and improvising quickly so we can get out of there and not get arrested. And so it's like, all right, I just put it together, you know, as we're there. And we found all these awesome, like, what are these, crates?
Yeah, just crates.
And I was like, okay, cool,
crates.
Awesome, we're going to do something with that. You know, I still want this thing.
But wait, quick pause. Oh, dang it, missed it.
I paused it.
Wait, pause it now. Yeah, okay. So if you'll note, it was pointed out in the chat by Ram the Bomb. I think was the first one I saw who did that. You can tell I have the howling hole underneath my sash.
Yeah.
It's sticking out like in the middle of my chest.
Really, I have to watch that again.
Yeah.
So the howling hole. I think the night before, I'm always changing scripts, and John yells at me sometimes because he'll learn shit and then I'll change it
several times.
But the night before this, I called John. I'm like, I got this all figured out. But there's got to be a way that because here's the problem. Here's the thing with HolePunch. It's tough because you don't want him to completely suck, right? Like he's got to be good enough. He's
not be dead.
He's got to be good enough that he doesn't suck, but he can't be good enough that he's going to ever accomplish anything, right? Yeah. So you have to find that balance, and sometimes it's difficult. So I'm like, all right, he has to like get away from the ninjas. They can't capture him, but he can't really like capture them because he's not what he does. You know, he messes up. So I'm like, he's going to have some kind of sound device that freaks them out, makes them deaf or whatever, and he's able to run away. And I told John the idea. He builds this thing. I get off the phone. He builds this, and then he goes, "It's going to be called the Howling Hole." Like he's very good with the puns, I guess. The hole plunge, hole bang.
Hole bang.
People really love that line. She's talking about that. Prepare to be hole banged. And I was afraid that no one could hear what you were saying because it sounds a little.
It's tough. I'm running away from the camera. The audio is terrible.
And I knew it was an awesome line. I was like, I don't think anyone can hear it, but when I saw the comments, everyone was oh, that's really funny. So obviously people could hear it, so I was happy about that.
Yeah, also, one thing about the Ninja Italians, they are awfully bad villains. They're as you pointed out, they're like the putties from Power Rangers, right?
I was about to say
they just stand there.
In every show, there's like the lowest level villain there's like the pawn guys. They're always there, like the Foot Clan or the putties. That's basically what they are to us. They're like the lowest level villain that can't really accomplish anything. But they're there to annoy the hero, basically, you know.
Yeah, they just stand there and let me put on my headphones.
This guitar piece was a pain in the neck because I actually had to like time it to the video, so I would watch the video and play it, and then hopefully try to get it in time with what would happen, and then I had to do it many times.
Yeah, this part was tough.
Or you had to jump into the car and shut the door.
How do I make it look like I didn't know the car was open? That was really hard. But this jump was tough. I do this like 5 times at least.
See, the best thing that we could have done here would have been if the ninjas came out while she was getting in the car.
Yeah.
But this was done like a month after the other thing, so it's like it just wasn't. It's why it didn't come out exactly perfectly. This is OJ's girlfriend, and it's OJ's car, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Did we get your license plate on film at all or no?
Oh, pants. Is it on film?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it is.
I made sure I didn't do it because I knew you were gonna freak out.
Yeah, I had to yell at her to put her seatbelt on.
Is that what happened there?
I don't think she actually put it on.
So this is OJ's girlfriend, and she's driving the car.
Well, the Ninja Italian's jackets magically appear.
I know this was interesting because like
I messed this up.
we never did like in car stuff before.
Yeah.
I was just saying no. And then as you can see, I don't know where OJ is in the car.
That's the problem. I didn't realize. See, I
told him what to
didn't
do,
understand you meant.
and he didn't listen to me.
I didn't get it. I did not get it. You can see my head over there in the corner.
Yeah, I see your head.
But it looks like I'm not in there. I was totally in there. I
was
didn't
like,
understand
"John,
you wanted me
sit
to sit up all the way.
I was like, sit up. And just like, from time to time, things get lost in communication. But your girlfriend had to do some stunt driving, which I think she was into. I made her do it many times, and I think maybe that wasn't so fun. But she liked this part. OJ gets maced in the face.
Yeah, you can't really see. She painted some flame logos on that can.
Yeah.
That's actually an olive oil sprayer that I filled with water.
She was spraying you like when we weren't even filming for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, also, you hear me making a Simpsons reference that you can't really tell. The goggles, they do nothing! Or the mask, it does nothing. Oh, this part. I love it.
So this is the zoo. We had to drive out there. This is the actual zoo.
Yeah, this is,
Not this, though.
yeah.
This isn't the zoo. So this part was really probably the most challenging thing. It was a day that was pouring rain, and it was the only day we can get Carl, Brooke, Howard, Jasmine, you, because you're not around a lot, and I'm always around. But and all this had to be there, and this was like maybe 2 weeks ago, right? From today.
Yeah.
This was not very long ago. This was very recently. So we knew, and I also already had announced when the thing was coming out. So we had to do it. So it's raining. It's pouring. It's not pouring at this point, but it's raining. Mm-hmm. And the challenge for this day was we had no idea where we were going to film it. So like everyone came to OJ's house, and we're like, "What are we going to do?" It's raining. So one of the ideas we were going to go into like a garage, like a parking garage. We actually went to one, but the sound was weird.
Yeah, it was dark.
It was dark. So what happened was it was like OJ stayed at the house with everybody. I started driving around alone, trying to figure something out.
Yeah, and you went back to the park that we tried before.
Yeah, we went to this park, and we were going to do it in the park. And then OJ came. I was like, just bring everybody here. We did it in the parking lot of the park, and it actually looks kind of like a zoo. There's like a fence and some trees and shit. It could be like monkeys in there or something, right?
Yeah.
So it worked out,
tiny monkeys.
That worked out pretty well, I thought. You know, I didn't see anybody. That's not a zoo.
Yeah, we had maybe 4 or 5 umbrellas that day, and my job most of that day was holding an umbrella above the camera.
Yeah, OJ held an umbrella of camera. Other people had umbrellas. We thought it'd be funny if Violet had an umbrella, but Carl or Jeff, like she didn't let Jeff use it.
Yeah.
You know, thought that was kind of funny, and everybody did a good job here.
I liked the sound effect when you when Jeff got.
No,
slapped.
that wasn't. He did it on his own.
What, that popping?
Yes.
That pop was actually his neck?
Yeah, he said that. She hit him so hard that his jaw like popped, and he said that after we did it, and that was a real sound from his body.
Oh.
So as you can see here,
howling hole.
There's something I didn't know, man. Did you know about this? There's a dude over his left shoulder. There's a guy, and we filmed this. I had no idea. I didn't see him, but when I did the editing, I was like, "There's a freaking dude there."
I don't see him.
He's gonna move. Watch.
By the black flower?
There's a dude over behind that tree. See, there's a guy walking. See that?
No.
Over his shoulder. Oh, you're on delay.
Yeah. But
there's a dude back
the shoulder
there.
with the blue flower or the shoulder with the black flower? Oh, I see him.
His left.
Black flower shoulder. Good. Yeah, it's pretty funny. He covers him a couple times, and the umbrella covers
There's
him.
also a big drop of rain falls right into Carl's eye during that.
Yeah. There it is!
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, I'm a few seconds behind Rambo, so you'll see it before I do.
They see it when you see it.
But
So this
my
was
place is
fun.
later. Running up the stairs, that was
This
great.
was fun because John had kept jumping on me.
Yeah.
And, it was really weird.
We had to try and make it conceivable that I'd fall.
Or like, HolePunch just can't come in. He's gonna trip or something. You know. The Schnoz-man's in the bed.
Yeah,
He's been thrown
my
up.
bed.
This is OJ's actual room.
In one of its cleaner moments.
Christmas blanket.
Yeah, there's a giant curry stain on it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it in the shot.
And here we go. This is a little makeup bed. The first time he did like makeup. John did this himself.
Yeah, let me tell
There you
you. Once it's paused, I'll tell you about it.
Go ahead.
So all I'm going to say is that, first of all, the head whip was a little excessive. And that the first thing that my girlfriend said when she saw this was, you did that completely wrong.
Oh, why?
Because it's too much around the bottom of my eyes and not enough around the top or the actual eye itself. It doesn't look bad. She's like, it just looks like you have a terrible sunburn. I'm like, close enough. I will take a burn. I will take a burn on this.
There's a dude with a blue makeup on his nose and a mask over here. It doesn't have to be, I don't think it has to be amazing.
Yeah, washing that off was a pain.
I loved it. I thought that was a good line. He's like, well, did they do something to your, did they rub something on your face?
Yeah.
That was
He's
pretty
like, I mean, the point is it's supposed to look stupid and funny.
Yeah. So we got the drive, plugs it in, and then this was a big debate amongst us. What happens? What does he get from the place? What does it do? And then you had to explain
so much.
You had to explain the technology to me because I didn't understand. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah. So I wrote a really terrible Windows application that when you click that button, it generates a random 36 character string. And yeah, I got a Zune. I love my Zune, but I don't use it anymore. So okay, I get it. But yeah, so it just created that stupid code, and HolePunch had no idea what to do with it because he's dumb.
So one thing I want to bring up that's on my end. Every time I do move the lens, we have this issue where we have a boom mic, right? And we have an extension cable, and we have a boom stand, and that's our microphone. But what always happens is the cable starts working for some reason, or it shorts out or something. So then we got to mount the microphone on top of the camera, and then every time I move the lens, you could hear the lens moving when I do zooms and stuff like that. So in editing, I have to remove the sound, and that takes quite a bit of time. So just this one little piece took a lot of time to just take the freaking sound out.
Yeah,
it's all little detail. All this stuff is just detail stuff, man.
Yeah, and it's what's also kind of bad is there's a Superman bank on my desk.
That's all right.
Oops.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's a little weird.
Why?
I don't know. Also, you can see a photo of my
I was
dog.
about to say that. That's John's old dog right there.
Yeah, Teddy was so cool. I could talk about him for an entire episode.
I like how Schnoz-man is becoming he inadvertently has been helping him. He says something and
Yeah, he tries not to do anything, and he's helped HolePunch 2 or 3 times at this
they
point.
fit together so well. At the end of the day, they just don't. Neither one of them really understands that. They belong together.
It is a strange and mysterious relationship.
So here you go. Lavaine's picking up a little bit. Still not too bad. And,
Yet.
These guys are out here. This was fun stuff, man. I like this a lot.
Yeah, by the way, that bag was my kendo bag. It's supposed to hold a bokken and shinai, and instead, it's a rifle bag.
For a fake rifle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I realize that when we're silent, they can't hear what's going on. Can they? Is the audio on?
It's very low. I don't think they could hear it at all.
Okay. So when we're being quiet, they've got nothing to entertain them except watching Jeff and Violet.
Or us talking about how we're being silent. It's very entertaining. All right, so you heard Bear Claw's growl.
Yeah.
And I thought this was awesome. I don't think anyone expected those characters to come back.
Excuse me.
Because they weren't in they were in episode 4, which was last year. They weren't in the last one, and I think the last thing anyone expected was Bear Claw's going to show up here, And so we had Howard do the growl. We had Howard do the me Bear Claw, you dead.
Yeah.
Me Bear Claw, you dead. Everyone has every character has a saying. That's why I wanted that to be like that.
Except Miss Camel, I think.
She doesn't have a saying, but he does the
What's
saying.
the saying is no, don't do that.
but like every character has like a motto almost, you know. And I added like reverb, and I like lowered Howard's voice a little bit, and that's why it sounds the way it does. And then here they are. They're fun characters, man.
Yeah, it also took us a while to get Carl to do the no, because at first he sounded too confident.
Right, at first he was like whatever, and I was like, no, dude, you gotta be afraid at first, you know. And like the shots with Bear Columbus' camera, like the rain is much heavier at this point.
Yeah, they're getting drenched.
They're getting destroyed, and then you go back to them, and it's like not as bad. That's why the rain kind of sucks, because it kills.
Whenever John moves the camera, I'm running over to them. Once he's set up.
This was really tough, dude.
Umbrella.
And that's Jasmine. Jasmine's really does a great job with the acting
And coming up with stuff.
She gave a line to Carl.
Yeah, this one.
This one right here, and he says, "What do you love, Riding Hood and a wolf, or whatever?"
Yeah.
She said that, and then he decided to go with it. So.
Also, we forgot to laminate Bear Claw's bear claw on his hat, so it's getting progressively more and more soaked.
I love the Bear Claw character. Like, he's just insane.
He raises his arm and just...
He's just full of rage.
Points.
And she's like, she can't control him, and he just wants to attack. And
look on this camel's face. Oh.
This whole thing was a disaster, pretty much. Like, it wasn't supposed to be the way it turned out.
Yeah.
Basically, I screwed up some stuff.
Yeah, and I wish, I honestly, the one thing I wish we did was attach more darts to Bear Claw. We had like 11 of them.
Dude, it was a lot. It was raining.
So
it was raining heavily. We got everybody standing out there. Again, we're out in a parking lot.
We can't even think. We're just soaked. You just want to get everyone to do what they need to.
And you know, no one's making any money off this or anything. So it's just kind of like, you know, trying to figure it out. I had a script in my hand that was completely soaked. I was completely soaked, and like the idea was supposed to be like Bear Claw gets hit, and then he just keeps coming. You know, like he gets hit, he says something, and he just keeps coming, and then as he gets hit with more and more tranks, like then it starts slowing down more and more. And there was supposed to be something with her. That's why she like kind of disappears. But in editing, like I had to cut all kinds of stuff, and it basically turned it into like Jeff just shoots him a bunch of times instead of the whole sequence of events that was supposed to happen.
And they're supposed to be the strong enough tranquilizer darts that could take out an elephant in, you know, like one dart. And for those of you who have seen Jurassic Park, in Jurassic Park, those tranquilizer darts that could take out a dinosaur were so strong if they hit a person, they'd kill almost instantly. But I love the part you just saw where the dart hits the Bear Claw sign.
Right.
We had to do that because the Bear Claw sign was falling off. So we had to give it a reason to happen.
It's just like it turned out a lot better than it should have in a lot of ways, because it was you know, I had to definitely change it a lot, but I think it worked out. You got the idea. I like this.
The darts. Yeah.
I like this right here. Is I like Happy Meals.
Yeah, there were a lot of good lines that Bear Claw could have used. I like Happy Meal lines. What my favorite was that John came up with 1 + 8 = lemons.
1 + 8 = lemons. I was gonna say margarine is better, which is a reference to the StayBallsy Spectacular.
Oh, that would have been so good.
So Howard went through a bunch of them, and I was like, I like that Happy Meal, so I went with that one.
Yeah.
There was a muzzle flash here. I don't know if you didn't see it. I missed it. There was a muzzle flash there. So I was experimenting with that. And then Miss Camel takes the bullet. So here's a muzzle flash. Boom. See that? Those characters are really good, man. Like, I
don't know why.
They came up with those characters. Like Howard came up with the Bear Claw name and everything. For episode 4, and like they came up with their own costume. We gave him the shirt.
Yeah.
And we got the mask for him and everything.
Yep.
He told us like the character's name, and we came up with the costume. And then we went through the scene a few times, and like way back in episode 4, and then I was like, what if he's like he talks like you know, like an idiot, and then Howard's like, oh, like Grimlock or whatever.
Yeah.
The Dinobot.
So
then he's like, oh, then he got it, you know, and they do a really good job with the really, you know, it's great.
Yeah. Dang, what was it? Also buying some of those parts from Amazon. I was getting suggestions for BDSM stuff for like a month.
Yeah, because we bought a gimp mask, a bear nose, a gimp mask, a flowered shirt or a disco shirt.
Would you like to buy a Cat O' Tails? And there's reviews for how good it is.
This Epic Mail map, Sturmgeist made that.
Again, Sturmgeist the genius.
It's more vomit. All right, here's another thing that happened. The ending wasn't supposed to be this. It was supposed to be Bear Claw and Miss Camel are down on the ground, and then Jeff and Violet are walking away. You see Bear Claw in the background down, and then Jeff says the line, let's go get. I feel like some frozen yogurt. You want to get some frozen yogurt to kind of put over like how like callous he is. He just doesn't care what he just did, you know. But we forgot to do it.
Again, soaking rain.
We forgot to do the scene completely. So I'm like, what the hell are we gonna do? So I was trying to think of different things, and I'm like, I call OJ, and I'm like, we have to drive to the zoo. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. It's gonna be traffic. It's freaking, what was it, Memorial Day or something?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to do that. So I don't want to do that. So we have to go to the zoo. So we went to the zoo, and this is the idea that I came up with, and I think it actually worked out much better than was originally planned.
And also, the back of the sign is really cool too, but we didn't get to use it this time. I hope we get to use it someday.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll use it eventually, but
yeah,
this was good stuff. This is all Sturmgeist again.
Just watching it.
And it slowly, like you see, that slowly morphs.
I like when Jeff stops for a second and looks at the sign too before walking away.
Right, he's like, screw them, and there you go. And Sturmgeist did that.
And it was raining again. This is an entirely different day.
It was a week later. It just happened to be raining again, so that's why I was like, we have to go to the zoo, dude. It'll be perfect. We had a couple different ideas. We were going to just do audio of it or whatever, and then it worked out well, I thought so. This is like the new revised ending thing.
Yeah. With some of the new...
I'd love to go back to the older episodes and like clean them up a little bit, because I know so much more now. That I think they would look a lot better and everything.
But,
George Lucas
my
style.
gosh, I want to go back in time and clean up my house. Ah.
The house you're in right now?
No, what it looked like when you threw the suitcase. That, and again, I loved the giant puddle with the couch. Just, why?
I don't know, it was just there. This is the original shot from the first episode I like a lot.
And the dog.
And this is good stuff too, man. Oh, you know how we did that.
Which part?
And then we got the final thing, which I think a lot of people actually missed.
Yeah.
Which is kind of disappointing. You always got to watch after the end. Come on. I saw one guy in the comments. He's like, "Oh, they killed off Bear Claw and Miss Camel. Why would they do this?" Well, you got to watch the whole thing.
This part was one of the hardest things to film. It was damaging both Howard and Jasmine.
Yeah, they were too happy. Look at the rain coming down. Just
look at Howard's pants and her shirt.
When I did the editing, I felt so bad because I was watching the raw footage. It's literally like her laying in the rain.
Yeah.
As I like adjust the camera, like focus the camera, it's literally her just laying in rain.
Yeah, but remember, consider these tranquilizer darts are powerful enough to take out elephants. She just got hit by one. Ouch.
That's right. So we don't know the fate of either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun, huh? Going through that.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's more to come. Obviously, in July will be another episode.
Oh, and you just brought up one of my favorite pieces of art ever. I need you to send me the original.
Okay.
Because I'm Luigi. I'm finally Luigi.
That's what everyone wants to be when they're a young child. Grow up to be Luigi.
Thank you.
So that's it, man. And, a couple people are really, a lot of people are actually real excited about where it's going and what's going to happen and everything. And the next episode's interesting because it was one episode. The next two were one. And then I decided to break them into two pieces and then add a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. It's going to be interesting to see what people think. If you care about the characters a lot, you're really going to like it a lot, I think.
There's more
character development, huge amounts of character.
Like 3/4 of the way through the effing movie. Oh, now we'll develop the characters. Okay. I kid.
Oh, we've been developing since day one, Johnny.
But now we drop some bombs on folks.
Some questions will be answered. It's a lot of dialogue in the next one. It's a lot of I really tried to do good acting. I think we and John tried a scene that we really tried to like be actors in. It doesn't have a lot. It doesn't have a lot of the the hijinks that this one had. This one was like a really good. This was like a really good welcome back episode.
Yeah.
Had everything in it.
yeah, everything that people said they liked from the beginning.
Right. The
And
next
some
one's
things-
a little slower pace. It's a little more on the dialogue side, building the characters, and the one after that's going to get heavy into the action and crazy stuff.
And you're gonna have to hear my voice. I'm so sorry, guys. Just deal with it next episode. My bad.
Yes, I don't know what he's talking about.
I talk a lot, man.
Yeah, it's a good amount of talking. So it's gonna be a fun summer, man. I still got a lot to do every day. It's a battle, because it's all little details and all decisions.
Tons.
You got to believe in your vision, and you can't really second guess your choices, I guess. And that's what it's all about. But it's hard sometimes. It's like it's basically like a lump of crap, the raw footage, and you got to mold it into something that makes sense. So that's pretty much what it is, man.
We're polishing it.
You polish it up and put it out there in people's faces. So, OJ, you're going away.
Yeah, I am heading off to Colossal Con in Ohio.
Tonight.
I'm leaving tonight. I'm driving to Brooklyn. Then tomorrow morning at 5, we're loading a van with the stuff that I'm loading into my car in about whenever we're done here. And then we're driving 8 hours to, I think like an hour or two to Jersey, and then another 6 to 7 hours to Ohio.
Right.
So if any of you are going to be in the fine, fine city of Sandusky, Ohio at the Kalahari Resort between Friday and this Sunday, please come on by and see me at Colossal Con at the Athena's Wing booth.
So first of all, why the hell is there so many people watching this right now?
Because they saw the episode.
It's way too many. It's way more than we should be having here. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining, everybody.
Yeah, seriously, we are happy to have all of you.
So we're gonna wrap it up now. I'm gonna play some Marvel Heroes when we're done.
Yup.
Come back in a couple minutes to play that. OG's taking off. OG's got to go.
But I do got to say, I got an email forwarded to me from Smart Guy.
Yeah.
I want to give your email the proper amount of time, so I can't go into it now. But we'll talk about your incredibly generous email in the next show.
Well, don't forget.
I'm not going to forget.
Make a note of it.
It's staying in my inbox as unread.
Okay. So, in closing, I just want to thank everyone. Like I said, you guys made it worth it. Times 1,000 is a beautiful thing. It's inspiring to me that I know that you guys will watch what I make, So with that knowledge, it's like I gotta give them something good to see.
We want you guys to enjoy what we put out.
Exactly, and it definitely made it worth it. It's something I'm gonna appreciate for the rest of my life. That and me and John talk about it all the time. Like we're gonna be able to look back on this and go, we did this,
And we couldn't have done it without you guys.
Exactly, and I couldn't have done it without you, Johnny.
Hey, I wouldn't. Dude,
So
I'd be
thank you,
sitting on my
buddy.
tuchus if it weren't for you, John. You helped me make something of my time. I may rant and rave and complain, but honestly, this is a privilege.
We should really record it when we have like arguments. I think it'd be funny to play them back.
Oh, gosh. Are you going to just start calling me from Skype from now on?
No, I wouldn't do that without your permission. But I think if we have like one of our issues, or whatever, if we
Okay,
record it.
John, great idea. Okay. One of our online fights, via the chat.
Yeah, you're gonna show it.
No. We reenact the chat,
Oh, we just
but
read it.
as each other.
We just read it to each other. We
Yeah,
could
but
do that.
we're the other person. So you read what I said, and I read what you said.
Well, unfortunately, OJ, I don't think we're gonna be having many arguments to come because we have. I think we're filming another couple days this month, and then that'd probably be the end. So I don't really know what we'd be fighting about. We could pretend to fight with each other about like Cyclops or something, or I don't know. Whatever.
Well, we can fight about that on next Wednesday, when I really, really hope I get to play Marvel Heroes with you guys.
All right, right on, dude. So, my friends, we're going to wrap it up. Sorry we didn't do calls. We didn't do the comments. I apologize. We'll be back next week. We'll get back to our normal show routine. We're going to have Ed Trotta here in 2 weeks. Looking forward to that. I found a commercial that he was in today
Nice.
for Cartoon Network.
Oh, nice deal.
I spoke to him about it, and that was fun. So
Cool.
we'll have to talk about that more. And
Yes.
Marvel Heroes coming up, so don't go anywhere. Please stay. Lots of you there. Don't go away. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna pause for a minute so I can set up.
All
OJ,
right.
you want to say goodbye? Take us
Guys.
out. Take us out.
Everyone, I am OJ. I love you all. Thank you for watching the show, the best in free and optional entertainment. I want all y'all to stay ballsy and have a wonderful night. We love you.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.